This is the Mosen Mortgage Program with Sarah Mosen. Mosen Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mosen.
It's Friday, folks. It's great to be back here again, and I'm so excited to have my good friend Judy Carman here. How are you today, Judy?
I am doing wonderful. Like I said, it's Friday, TGIF.
I so love you. I think you're amazing. You have such great energy. You're a doer. You really are a doer. And you are just fantastic in every way. There's so many things that I want you to share with our listeners. So let's start a little bit about about your history, your background. I know movies and acting, etc. But go ahead, tell me.
Something. I know. To a lot of people, I'm kind of like a little out there in my world, I should say. But actually, I've always had a passion for the industry. Growing up with it, I had a wonderful parents. I had a father that was in vaudeville in the day.
Yes.
I grew up with this Hollywood image. I love performing. So I never lost that passion. And I started out in San Diego, and I still love the city, and thank God it's close to Los Angeles.
Yes.
But honestly, moving along, I hit my corporate America world. I spent many years in corporate America, but I think I acted all my life in corporate America. I mean, I was a trainer. I did so many different things, and I just never lost my passion. And I took care of a lot of people in my life, and finally I woke up one day and said, I'm going to go live my passion.
Right, and that's what I love. You were like, I'm going to do it.
I am. I'm actually going to do it, and I think even through my corporate world, and also at one point when I was living in San Diego, I was on the board of directors for a Sicilian Culture Association called Trinacria. I was the only woman on the board and the only non-Sicilian. I'm a nice Jewish girl, and I thought if I can handle this, I can handle anything in the whole wide world. And that kind of got me going. And off to L.A. I went.
Right,
and I decided to get, just said, I'm doing it.
You are,
and
yeah.
And I love my acting, and so I went up there, but I knew even with the acting, because I'm a little bit older, I'm not 21, I'm 23. But
that's right, you are 23.
But actually, the acting side is great, but there was that business side of me, because I happen to be creative, but there's always that business side of me, and every time I would be doing something, someone would look at me and like, well, wow, you got the business side. So I thought, something, I'm going to combine the two, because both of them work together. And I turned around and I started my own production company called Lady J Entertainment. And I started working with some great networking groups in Los Angeles. I'm part of the World Networks, which is a professional networking group, and we have different chapters in different cities. We're launching China as our international next year. I'm part of the American Chinese CEO Society, and I also knew there's a big world out there, and so I started building a huge international following. Not quite sure what I was going to do with it at the time, but I knew it was how important it was going to be. And along the way, between my networking, I did the videos for World Networks for their website. I started doing speaking engagements for APS Entertainment, which is also Rock Riddle, my publicist. So I started using all my different talents that I had, and knowing that the more things I put out there, something was going to happen. I did some films, some short films that I did. One of them is called The Vision. It went to the Portland Film Festival. So I really started combining the two. And I just thought, people kind of looked at me and thought I was crazy. And one thing I will tell people, anybody who's going for their passion, and I'm saying this to anybody, I call it own your own red carpet. And it's where you visualize where you want to be, because if you can't visualize what you want, you're not going to get there. So I use that as kind of one of my coined things, where if you stand on the red carpet, and it doesn't matter if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or a social worker, you've got to feel that carpet underneath your feet, know you belong there.
Right.
And visualize. That's the big thing to anything in life.
It is. And you are co-producer of Dream Cinema Productions. I have to share this. Raester Michaels, the CEO. I love the stuff that you guys are doing, because there's all of these upcoming releases. And I wanted you to share what's coming up, what's going on with Dream Cinema.
Yeah, that actually, I'll be honest with you, I am very honored to be working for Raester Michaels. I met him, obviously, through networking, built that relationship together. We work very well together, have a great team at Dream Cinema. He's a phenomenal filmmaker. He's a producer. He's executive producer. I don't know anything that Racer Michaels cannot do. One of the things that we have coming out, the crazy thing and the crazy lovable thing I love about Racer is the fact that he is under the wire. He brings things out when he has things. He doesn't push it out there too far for everybody, but he has some things that people aren't even aware of yet. Our first thing out the gate this year, I should say, the first filming that we're doing for 2015 actually is going to be starting up next month in Italy. It's called Mr. Love. It's with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
So we're excited about that because that's the first film that we're going to be out for this year. Also, Racer has been working for many years building his company. One of the other films, I should say, that will be out in the next few months. It's called Cotton, and it's a great story. It's about a reluctant faith healer that wants to escape his darkened past. So he goes to work for a widower on a farm with the widower and his daughter, and he wants to rebuild himself again and get his life back in his life. And unfortunately, the story unrolls where his evangelist mother, who is trying to get him and all his miraculous gifts he has. So it's a very warm-hearted movie. That's going to actually be out in the next few months. And all the movies that Racer does is theatrical, and they also go out for international releases. I'm telling you, we are booked out to 2017. I'm not joking. I think he could really book out to about 2025. But right now we're booked out to 2017. One of the other ones that we have that's going to that's a big one. I give a little bit of information on this one because there's going to be some big international publicity on this, so I don't want to step too many areas there. But it's called The Last Calvinist of Lisbon. It is by the book, which has 40 million worldwide followers who have read the book, readers, and that is by Richard Zimmer. And that one's going to film later this year in Portugal, Spain, and in Germany. That is going to be a huge production. Dream Cinema is actually working in partnership with John B. Schofield on this, and John is he's phenomenal, known for Jerry Maguire. He won an Oscar for that back in the day as a producer. So that's going to be a huge film that we're working on. Another one I'm throwing out there that's a fun film too. It's going to be called Hollywood Werewolf 3D. It's kind of a superhero movie about a werewolf that's 40,000 years old and kind of becomes a superhero. But actually this year we probably have close to 4 to 5 movies that we're going to be working on. And like I said, we're booked out to 2017. So we're on a roll.
It's exciting stuff. I mean,
it is exciting, and I'm just very honored to work with someone like Racer Michaels. It's bringing back Hollywood the way it used to be, getting some good films out there, different kinds of films. We don't have anything in particular that we do in a certain genre. We have people bring us things, and if it's a good story, we're looking at them. So there's just so many things going on, and there'll be international filming. We're filming also in the U.S. So we're covering the world. We are definitely covering the world with all this. So I'm excited and very honored to be working with somebody like this and be able to take talents and learn new things and bring forward some of the things that I have learned in life and that I have experienced. So I'm excited. I'm totally excited.
I'm excited for you. I so enjoy just chatting with you. You're just a person who is, I think you're not only you're so knowledgeable and kind and fun and interesting. Judy, you really are. You've branched out. Dream Cinema, to me, the work that Dream Cinema is doing with the upcoming releases. I mean, I love movies. You know that. And you're going to bring me into the big screen.
Yeah, I'm going to look for a script. I know you said you just want to be a part of something.
I just want to,
in a film.
I'll be in the background, but just get me in the film. In the films, that's on my bucket list. That's why, that's why we're friends. That's your goal, to get me into the big screen. But I just think movies are magical. It's one of my favorite things. I don't really share that with many people. I like working out, but just watching movies and the way it's put together. I had a friend in high school. Her mother was a location manager in Thailand, so that they would find locations, and the whole synergy, putting together a movie and the greatness of it. And I want to actually have you back, Judy. Again, folks, call me here at 1-800-662 9550 to chat about Dream Cinema, because Judy, I'm going to have you back when.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will tell you something to
Yeah.
everybody out there, whatever your passion and dreams are. But I will tell you, in the industry, there's a lot of work to put something together. But you're putting something that I think, no matter how our world is in times, people are gravitated towards movies. And I think we all have something we have a favorite of, or something in a movie,
Yeah.
and it becomes a part of our lives. And that's what I think, honestly, with Dream Cinema, we're trying to bring things out for different people and different things that they may want to gravitate to, but things that people, will remember, and to just put something out there and put some good work out there and, bring back, what used to be. And that's kind of what we're doing. And like I said, I'm just honored to be working with such a great team, very down to earth. We're all little people.
Yes.
It's very important, because you have to balance your life with what you do and your
do.
family
Yes.
and your friends, and keep all of that. And that's a hard thing to do sometime in this industry. But
Yeah.
that is my biggest goal, and also to, just tell everybody, whatever your passion is, go for your passion, and and realize some people aren't going to agree with you, but we only live once, so let's put out what we can in a good way.
Absolutely. And again, Judy, it was great having you here, and
Thank you.
I will have you back. And Dream Cinema is on its way. There's a lot of great releases. I'm going to get you back on air, and Racer Michaels as well. I know that he wasn't
Yes.
able to this time. He had other things that he had to take care of. And the number here, 1-800-662-9550. If you have any questions on Dream Cinema, if you are interested in their upcoming releases or any other funding projects, definitely call us here. And I'll have you back, Judy, okay?
And Sarah, thank you. I'm so honored to have met up with you
Yeah.
and to be on your show. It's a real, real honor, and thank you to all your
Likewise.
listeners too for listening while I'm on here. So I really appreciate it. I really do.
Likewise, the honor is mine. And stay well, folks.
This has been the Mosen Mortgage Program with Sarah Mosen. Mosen Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.